Lacking any physical evidence, the prosecution relied on a phone call that the victim had accused Paul of making then recanting. They brought a domestic violence expert to say that the victims of domestic violence recant their accusations 75% of the time out of fear. The only problem here is that Paul testified that he never threatened Jennifer and that he never even called her once on that day, August 24th, 2009. How then did Jennifer manage to get a restraining order against Paul, although she was the one who attacked him and gashed his head after breaking the door to his shop? Listen to Roy Enman, Jennifer's best friend, describing what happened on that day.
Do you remember on that day, the 24th of August, if you called her from a private number for the purposes of making it look like she was getting harassing phone calls from Paul?
I'd say yeah.
So when the DA was talking to the jury that Paul had threatened to kill Jennifer just 5 weeks prior to her murder, he was talking about the call Roy made and Paul had no clue about. Not only the DA knew that the call wasn't made by Paul, he also tried to block Paul's appeal after the conviction when it became known to the defense that the number the threatening phone call came from was Roy's number. But that's not all. The DA and Detective Sinceri had the confession you are hearing and seeing from Roy for months, but did not disclose it to the defense. In their response to the appeals court, they suggested that Paul may have borrowed Roy's phone to make the threatening call, knowing that wasn't true. A new assistant DA who was assigned to the case sent the CD with the confession to the defense out of nowhere. Luckily at that point, the judge had decided to advance the appeal, ignoring their lies.